If you are an Indian working abroad, this case might hit uncomfortably inside your heart. A Reddit post by Indian employee has gone viral, not because it attacks foreigners, but because it criticizes Indians themselves. Yes, the employee compared working with a Spanish team versus an Indian team, and in contrast, according to him, it was shocking. He described the Spanish team as calm, organized, and efficient. Meetings were quiet, work was planned, and deadlines were respected. Then came a shift. After layoffs in Spain, new hiring began in India, and until the new recruit finished training, existing Indian employees took over the work. Well, that's when the frustration began. And you know what? In his words, the Indian office environment felt chaotic and exhausting. He talked about the constant shouting in meetings, unnecessary panic, and also people staying late without the real productivity, and a culture of urgency basically, but without clarity. And what bothered him was really shocking. Some colleagues who had spent 15 or even 16 years in the same company still struggle with the basic tasks. That constraint is visible. And he wrote, the Spanish were patient, polite, and structured. But here in India, it feels noisy and inefficient. The line struck a nerve, and the post exploded on Reddit. And many users on Reddit, especially Indians living abroad, said that they felt the same way but were afraid to say it out loud. Some admit they deliberately choose teams with fewer Indians and specially avoided Indian bosses, and pushers saying Indian colleagues are smart, supportive, and great to work with, but foreigners are better. Keeping the racism aside, they preferred foreigners over Indians. And this isn't about nationality, it's about the work culture. Why do some Indian officers reward long hours instead of smart work? Why shouting confused the leadership? And why does being busy matters more than being productive? For Indians abroad, this debate is personal. You leave India hoping for better systems, better balance, and respect the time. But when the same chaotic habits follow you across the borders, it creates resentment, even among your own people. Yes. So here's the big question. Is this harsh generalization or an uncomfortable truth that we need to talk about more often? What do you have to say about this? Drop your thoughts in the comments.